And obviously it took those guys a long time to learn their lesson, and the question is, have they even learned their lesson at this point? If Manziel's headed down the same road as they are, I guarantee you his pass from the league and from the Browns organization will not last too long.
Let me ask you a question, Doc, and maybe some of you guys that are in the age range where this name will mean something to you will know where I'm going. But I've often heard it said to this day that if you could build a quarterback from scratch, matter of fact, his dad tried to build a quarterback from scratch. If you could build a quarterback from scratch, you would create Todd. You knew exactly where I was going. Todd Marinovich. Yep. From the skill set to the size to the arm to everything. Did nothing in the NFL, washed out completely to this day. And that was who I was referencing when I said he could probably get off of his couch now and physically have a skill set that could still throw a quarterback or throw a football a little bit of a way. But you'll never know that. He never did a single thing on the football field because his off-field problems. And now I know he had drug issues as well, but he had alcohol issues that led to the drug issues and led to everything else. And then he had personal demons. Point is that he was as physically gifted as anybody you can name. And he was a can't-miss NFL quarterback prospect who missed in every way. And that's my example. It's not that I hate Johnny Manziel. 2 years ago, I didn't even know who Johnny Manziel was. He was just some college quarterback. So it's not like I have this vendetta against him, but I also don't close my eyes to everything that's going on, you know?
Right, exactly.
Plain and simple. Bruce, hang on real quick, Doc. Bruce, you're wrong in the chat room. This is not about kissing the media's ass, saying your prayers at night, and living in your house like a monk. You people that make that example are acting like this is the first, or the second, or the third, or the fifth, or the 10th, or the 15th incident since he was drafted less than 10 months ago. Let's not act like there's not. In criminal cases, this is called a criminal conspiracy and a pattern of criminal behavior. It's not isolated incidents. And that's where people don't separate the argument. One incident is the stupid media blowing things out of proportion. 5 incidents could still be the stupid media blowing things out of proportion. Everything that's happened around that kid since then, and that's going to continue to happen. If you think 2 weeks from now there won't be another Johnny sighting and another one and another one, then you're fooling yourself. That's the difference, Bruce, and that's why your example is wrong. Otherwise, you would be right. You would be completely right, Bruce. When somebody goes to court and they did something wrong, they definitely don't go to jail the first time as long as it wasn't like some incredibly egregious offense. They always get a second chance and a third chance. Yep. But when you stand in front of the judge and the prosecutor has got 15 things that you've done in the last 5 years, what the judge does is he looks at you and he goes, boy, you've got all the potential in the world. And that's what makes it so sad that you're never going to live up to it, because I'm putting your ass in jail for the next 15 years. Bam, sentence done, game over. All your potential is down the tube. So you guys can say we're overreacting all you want. I'm just saying, 2 years from now, Johnny Manziel will not exist in the NFL if this continues. And if you think I'm wrong, we're never going to get on the same page with that. What do you think, Doc?
Yeah, it's kind of strange because
you don't have to agree.
People know.
You don't have to agree.
People know. You know, J-Rock. People know what this kid came from, and we know that even though his family is Texas oil money, that his dad was also the same kind of issue. You know, with criminal behavior and with negative behavior. So obviously, and I'm not. It doesn't always happen like father, like son. But here's a situation where the kid is saying, I have money, I come from money, I could do what the heck I want. And I think that's what the defenders, the apologists for him, are overlooking.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you, Dr. Football. Great conversation. Man, hour-long talk today. Good one, Doc, as we hit the gamut here heading into the playoffs. Next week, you and I will be looking back at the divisional round. We'll see what else goes on with the Browns. Perhaps we hear more about the Shanahans, and we will be down to a Final Four heading to the Super Bowl. So still a lot of work for you and I here over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, man, and let me tell you, I go now with 3 times a week if we have the room in the schedule, because you're one of the guys that gets it, and that's why I enjoy working with you, J-Rock.
Oh, I appreciate it. We're getting into draft time. You and I have got a lot of work to do, Dr. Football. Definitely, man. Just getting started.
Yep, just getting started.
Doc?
And just a word out to our friends in the chat room. We're not the kind of media that runs around looking to hang people. That's not what it's all about for us. So, I mean, I would think you guys know better than that. I know the kid is talented. I've seen the kid play. I know he's talented. But you can have all the talent in the world and have confetti for brains, to say it nicely, and not be on the same page as the rest of your organization. And that's a recipe for the bread and cheese line.
And I got to tell you, Doc, just to wrap it up, I say this all the time, but I don't ever say it like on the air, but I hold myself accountable the way I hold anybody accountable. Listen, I'm not, and maybe that's why this conversation is like, it boggles me when we have these talks, because I'm the kind of guy, like, if I thought today's show wasn't a very good show, if I just thought it didn't work for some reason, man, I just tell you, like, I just come back from commercial and go, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this was a very good show today, and I'm disappointed in myself. And I don't mean that today, but I'm just saying, I would be that guy. There's times that I've come on the air and said, man, I don't think yesterday's show was all that good, and I'm sorry, I just didn't feel any energy, I'm gonna bring it. So when you hold yourself accountable, I guess, because some people go, well, it's easy for you to sit up on your mountain and sit up on your high horse. Are you nuts? I screw up more than anybody else. I make mistakes every day of my life. Difference is some people live their life to build up excuses for the mistakes they make. I just go, hell, I screwed up. I'll fix that. Don't worry about it. But the difference is I fix it. The next day, the show's better. I don't come out and have another lazy show and then another lazy show, and people go, man, J-Rock's been lazy for 6 months, but every day he says the next show is going to be better. Well, guess what? If your dumbass is still tuning in for 6 months, waiting for the next show to be better, you haven't figured out that I'm not going to get better. I'm just going to tell you every day that I'm going to get better, and I continue to be lazy. You know what I mean?
Yep. No question.
That's just reality, man. My kid gets mad when I have to start yelling. Why are you yelling? Because the 5th time that you didn't listen, I realized that I need to change my approach,
Right.
Anyways,
exactly.
Dr. Football, have a great week, my friend. Enjoy the divisional round, and we will be back here Tuesday talking some football.
No question. And J-Rock, you have a good week, and stay safe, and keep giving your son those good pats on the back, because as long as he stays on the straight and narrow, he'll be fine.
You know it, my man. All right, have a good one. Dr. Football Bill Chachkes, you guys can tweet with them as always at Ask Dr. Football on Twitter. Again, guys, I'm just making the example, man, and I'm mad that we spent that long on it. I don't care. Johnny go do what Johnny's going to do, man. I'm just saying, don't tell me that I'm seeing rain or that I'm not seeing rain when I'm seeing rain. That's all. We'll talk more. I know we'll talk more about it. The kid guarantees that we'll talk more about it before we're done. I'm not talking any more about it today. We're going to take a break. When we come back, final segment of the show. The balloting is in. We talked about it earlier. The Hall of Fame votes have been tallied. Who got in? Jeff Gorman and I opened up the show today talking about our predictions. Let's see who made the ballot. When we come back, we'll have that, wrap things up, set the stage for tomorrow and more. Don't go anywhere. Final segment of the Sports Fix coming up next.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
Throwing you the best sports commentary in town. The Sports Fix.
Guys, want to take just a second as we head into this break and remind you about the official business printing source of the Sports Fix, our friends at Signs and Ship. Signs and Ship, I'm telling you, Chris and Pam, they've taken care of me since day one, and they can do the same for you. Whether you're a small business that's already been established and you're looking to grow to that next level and expand your business, or perhaps you've got an idea that you just know is going to be a great business and you need to figure out how to brand it and how to promote it and put it out there, Signs and Ship is the place for you. If you need a logo, they can create one for you. They have a fantastic graphic designer. Business cards, signs, banners, yard signs, mobile advertising, anything you can think of that you need to promote your business, they've got it at Signs and Ship. The best thing about them, too, is each of their locations, whether it's the home base here in Elyria, Ohio that I work with, or their spots in Virginia, Florida, and Pennsylvania, it's all local sourced. Very important to me because we all understand that small business is the lifeblood of the community. So check them out, signsandship.com, or call Chris and Pam today, 440-323-6060, the home office in Elyria, Ohio. Signs and Ship, quality printing at affordable prices.
It's an addiction. The Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
Fantasy sports lovers, you put so much time, hard work, and effort into playing week to week that it quickly stops being a fantasy and starts getting real. Real time spent making real decisions, creating real victory.
I'm the greatest man in the world!
And when the smoke clears, you want to show off those victories with a real prize.
I mean, a really real prize.
Yeah. Nobody does that like Fantasy Jocks. The crew over at Fantasy Jocks have beautiful, high-quality, and heavy-duty championship belts, rings, trophies, and so much more for all your fantasy sports needs.
The trophy's 12 feet high, and it is glorious!
Football, baseball, hoops, you name it, they have it. Plus, they have awesome draft kits and party supplies to make all your preseason activities the envy of everyone. If your league needs a ring, belt, or trophy, or you want to upgrade what you already have, there's literally only one place to go. If you're going to be a fantasy jock, do it right.
It's mine, the most magnificent belt ever created, and it's mine.
With America's Fantasy Sports Superstore, FantasyJocks.com.
What's your fantasy?
The Sports Fix is now available every day on the world's largest internet radio service, iHeartRadio. Download the free iHeartRadio app, subscribe to the show, and get your fix. No football? No problem at Harry Buffalo North Olmsted. The excitement never stops. Every day of the week brings a different set of food and amazing drink specials.
And now,
fans, Harry Buffalo North Olmsted is the home for every UFC pay-per-view live on the big screens.
Let's get it all!
And let's not forget their mouth-watering trademark, the Bison Burger.
They sure are good.
Nobody does bison like Harry Buffalo. The perfect combination of healthy and delicious.
Hey there, eat up, y'all. You's as good church-going folk. Y'all deserve a little treat.
What are you waiting for? Get to Harry Buffalo, just outside Great Northern Mall today. Harry Buffalo. Join the herd.
Hey, this is Alonzo G. You're listening to the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix Live, wrapping things up across the Sports Fix Radio Network. I'm telling you, I'm looking at my format, which is not very big today. I had a couple of things. I mean, really, I'm shocked. We're sitting here closing in on 3 hours. I can't lie. I don't know how the hell today's show went this long, man. We had a lot. We ended up having some great conversations, but it was not planned that way at all. I guess sometimes the best laid plans go awry, as they say. Welcome back to the Sports Fix. J-Rock back with you, wrapping things up here across the Sports Fix Radio Network. Thanks for being with us. Quickly looking ahead to tomorrow. We've got a busy day tomorrow. Doug Plagans, voice of the Monsters. He's normally with us on Tuesdays. Doug will be with us tomorrow, live here on the Sports Fix. We've got John McMullen from the Sports Network chiming in on the NFL playoffs heading into the divisional round. And Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan will be here. Dan and I will dive some more into the Buckeyes and the Oregon Ducks as we head towards the national title game next Monday. So a lot of stuff coming your way here tomorrow on the Sports Fix. Today, wrapping things up, couple of things. Tonight, I'll be calling some hoops. Going to be a lot of fun, as always. 13:30 a.m., WINTradio.com. I'll be broadcasting the Integrity Radio High School Basketball Game of the Week tonight. Willoughby South, top 25 team. Really good squad, man. I've gotten a chance to become the voice of the Rebels this season. I've seen them up close. Tonight they go to Madison for the first time. It'll be a fun broadcast. Looking forward to bringing that to you guys here tonight. There's I won't be calling it, but I got a chance to see Cleveland Central Catholic last week when I called their game. They're legit. They're number 2 in the top 25 in Plain Dealer. St. Vincent St. Mary's number 3. Battle of undefeated teams, 2 and